Welcome to the titanium paint module video tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how you can build a simple paint app using the paint module. So here inside this emulator we can see a blank screen, but when I click and drag over the screen we can see that a line is following my mouse icon, and this is what the paint module can be used for. Now, before we begin coding, we first need to get the paint module. In the comments section below, there should be a link to a zip file. What you need to do is you need to save that zip file, unzip those files and open it, and you should have a folder called ti.paint_module. And inside that folder there should be 3 files, and they are example, ti.paint-android-1.0, and the last one is ti.paint-iphone-1.0. Now, if you're developing an Android app, you need to open the Android folder, but if you're developing an iPhone app, then you need to open the iPhone folder. Now, inside both those files, there is a module folder. What you need to do is you need to copy that module folder or drag that module folder into your project that is in the same level as the resources folder. So resources and modules should be sitting together, not within each other. So as you can see, I've dragged the files in already, and I'm developing an Android application. So my file structure would be modules, then inside that Android, then inside that ti.paint, then inside that 1.0, and we should have 3 files: manifest, paint.jar, and timodule.xml. Now, if you're developing for an iPhone app, then we wouldn't be seeing an Android folder here, we'd be seeing an iPhone folder. Now, before we begin building the app, we first need to tell the project of this new module. So what you need to do is you need to go into tiapp.xml, and before the last tag, ti::app, we need to declare the module. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open with a modules tag, and I'm going to close with a modules tag. Now, inside these tags I'm going to declare the individual module ti.paint. So what I need to do is you need to start with an opening module tag, and inside the module tag you need to type platform, and inside these double quotes you need to give it the name of the platform that you're developing for. So I'm developing for Android, so I'll just type in Android, and you need to then type version, and this will be the version number of the module, and as we see from the file structure, it is 1.0. Then we hit the greater than symbol to finish that module start tag, and we need to now type the name of the paints module, which is ti.paint, and then we need to close that tag, the module tag. Now, if you want to declare the module for iPhone, you need to do the same process. So open a module tag, platform will be iPhone, and iPhone is lowercase. Version number of the paint module, which is 1.0. Name of the paint module is ti.paint, and we finish by closing the module tag. So I just double check quickly if there's anything wrong, and I don't think there is, and so that's what we need to do inside the tieapp.xml file. Now that is done, we can start building this app right here. So we need to open up the app.js file, which is in resources, and we need to declare the module inside the app.js file. So I'm going to give it a name. So in keeping with their module name conventions, I'm going to call it titanium.painter, and you can give it any name. You can call it titanium.paint or just simply paint. You don't even need the titanium in front there. And it's going to be equals, and I'm going to use the require method to require the module. And the require module accepts one argument, and that is the name of the module itself, which is ti.paint, which is what we declared earlier in the XML folder. After we've done that, we now need to create our window which will hold our paint view. So var window equals titanium dot UI dot create window, and I'm going to give it some properties. And the first property is going to be the title, and I'm going to call it authoring titanium hyphen, and I'm just going to call it paint. And the next property is going to be the background color, and I'm just going to give it a plain white background color, so it's going to be hash FFF. Now let's go ahead and create our paint view. So I'm going to type var paint view equals titanium dot painter, which is the module name that we created earlier, and I'm going to type dot create paint view, and paint view has a number of properties. The first property is the size of the paint view itself, so top 0, left 0, right 0, and bottom is going to be 100, in case we want to put some buttons below this paint view. The next property is the colour of the lines, so it's going to be stroke colour, and I'm going to give it a nice green value, so hash 0f0. The next property is the opacity of the line. It ranges from 0 to 255, 0 being completely invisible and 255 to having no opacity whatsoever. So the property for this is stroke alpha. And I don't want any opacity at all, so I'm just going to put 255. Next is the brush width, or in this case the property stroke width. And I'm going to give it a width of 10. Now let's go ahead and open our window and add the paint view to our window. So it's going to type window dot open, and I'm going to add the paint view to this window. So window dot add paint view. So let's run this emulator and see what happens. Save all those views. There's our original. now installing the application on device. There we go, something's happening. And there we go, and if we click and drag, we can see that the line follows the mouse icon. So thank you for listening and watching this tutorial video, and good luck with the titanium paint module.